Okay, so let's look at functionalism. Okay, so who was it, Kizzy, has said is that functionalists, Merton, argues that people have different attachments to collective values. People are not equally capable of realising the goals of society. The police and courts reinforce and uphold these goals. This ensures other aspects of society run smoothly: education, family and the workplace. The courts benefit the whole of society as are independent bodies. Okay, so you've got concepts here. You could bring in the concept from the solutions to crime topic, where the conservative solution to crime talks about retribution. So this is the idea of fair and just deserts for behaviour. So it's the idea of fairness in judging one's behaviour. And so it means that when it comes to the police and courts, if someone is claiming they've been harmed and that they're a victim, they have to be judged on their behaviour. And if someone is accused of harming someone else, they have to be judged on their behaviour. So it may mean that the police and courts, judge that someone is partly responsible for being a victim of crime. The idea is to reinforce the moral boundaries of society. So they're supposed to be neutral. You use the word independent. The courts are paid on a separate payroll from the rest of society, so judges are not supposed to be held accountable for their actions and their decisions in court. Durkheim talks about the social response to crime, reinforcing the moral boundaries of society. And this benefits the collective goals and the collective group of society because everyone benefits from social control. This reinforces the consensus, the shared culture of society. It reinforces the social order and stability of society. So the police and courts are seen as positive. This can be criticised, the evaluation points against functionalism. Let's try to do those. So in evaluating functionalism, we could say, firstly, the feminists would argue that the functionalists overplay how society is kept running stably by the police and courts. Feminists would argue this ignores how women lose out because of the role of the police and courts and are judged unfairly on the basis of whether they've met their roles as wives or mothers, according to the culture of femininity. The functionalists overplay how everyone benefits from the law and ignores how it benefits men. The Marxists could be used to say that the judiciary may side with the ruling class, as with the police, and this is partly to do with the economic system of capitalism. The functionalists ignore power relationships in society because they emphasise how everyone benefits. They ignore how some lose and some gain through the power of the police and courts, which is oppressive, whereas the functionalists say that it's beneficial for everyone. The postmodernists would criticise the idea that the functionalists say the police and courts promote culture of society. Postmodernists would say culture is now diverse. There's still inequality and power relationships, and this is now through the media saturation of society, where we've got surveillance and we've got the promotion of language around different groups, which can still label them based on discourses, according to Foucault. So this would suggest that Durkheim and Merton overplay how it's a fair system which promotes everyone's interests.